Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Juliet Celeste. Hopefully your favorite first generation Haitian American young woman living in Florida, particularly down south. In today's video, as you guys can see by the sheet of paper, we are going to be talking about unemployment. Last week my boss called me in the office and said due to budget cuts and because I'm a new hire, my position is no longer needed effective June 11th 2024. So I will be unemployed. Hopefully by the time you see this video, I think I have about 2 weeks left at the job, and so I have to have a quote-unquote unemployment plan, and I just wanted to let you guys in on what that is, so that way if you see in the next few weeks I have little to no videos, it's because your girl has no income. And I'm laughing to not cry, honestly. So I have to laugh. I have to find the positive, be grateful for the final things that I'm receiving, and plan accordingly. So yeah, that's what I have to work on. If you hear any like weird noise in the background, it's my cat and her kittens. They're crawling around. They're about 3 weeks old, so they're walking around trying to use their legs. But let's get straight to it. This is my plan for unemployment. So right now, the first goal that I have is to save for my July bills, simply because my current bills account has my June money for bills. I know in order for me to save my last 2 paychecks that I'll be receiving, which is scheduled for June 7th of 2024 and June 21st, I need to budget accordingly. And what I'm actually going to do is show you guys what my bills consist of, so that way it can let me know how much money at minimum I need to put aside from these next 2 paychecks. So let me show you, and let me break it down with you guys. Okay, hopefully you guys can see it. These are my monthly bills. This is just for bills. It doesn't include groceries. It doesn't include gas, self-care, any extra stuff. This is just bills. And that's the goal that I'm trying to save for. Anything extra outside of this, after I put money aside for bills, will then go towards those cash envelopes and sinking funds. But at the moment, I need to just focus on the roof over my head and paying all my bills. I'm going to go through it. If you see some crazy numbers, you're more than welcome to comment down in the bottom. And before I begin, I'm just going to say, no, I will not be cutting off any subscriptions. Okay, and I'll tell you why. So the first things first, my Apple card is a MasterCard that I have with Apple, and it pays for all things related to my phone. The reason why you see 2 Apple Care Pluses is because I paid for my mom's iPhone Apple Care of $7.77, and my phone is $14.19. I do pay $9.99 every month for iCloud storage, simply because I have a 1 terabyte cell phone that I don't plan on switching out in the next 5 or so years. And my T-Mobile, the reason why I put it should be less than or equal up to 155 is simply because I have my Netflix subscription attached to it. I have insurance for my Apple Watch. I have a line for my Apple Watch, and of course my phone line. So 4 things under it equal 155. Do I want to cut off the Apple Watch line? No, because I need it, especially if I've noticed that at my jobs I'm not able to use my phone. So when my supervisor is texting me, although I'm not allowed to use my phone, I can use my Apple Watch, and I communicate through my Apple Watch, so that way I don't get in trouble for using my phone. And of course my Apple Watch needs insurance. The funny thing is, the watch is paid off. It's I think 4 or 5 years old. In actuality, it is a Apple 3 series watch. Apple Series 3, Apple 3 series. Either way, it's an older model Apple Watch. It's not brand new, and it's not like I'm paying it off. So it's paid off like a long time ago. So with that being said, when I calculate the amount, $7.77 plus the $14.19 plus the $9 $99 plus the $155. At most, I'm going to put less than or equal to, at most I should not be paying no more than $186.95 for my Apple Card. Public storage is automatic and is on my Capital One, so that is consistent, and it's $179.80. My TD Bank, I always say, pays for my little other subscriptions, and it pays for my mom phone bill. It pays HBO, which is $18.09. My mom's phone bill is Simple Mobile, and it's $22.13. Ring camera for the home for safety reasons. And then my Spotify is connected to my Hulu. I've had it for 10 plus years, and it is sitting at $12.44. So that means every month for my TD Bank, I am paying $63.36. Now, my car insurance is taken directly from my personal checkings account. The monthly bill finally decreased from $530.51, I believe, to $472.49. It's for two vehicles. One of the vehicles is a PIP, and the other one is full coverage. The PIP vehicle is it was my very first car. It got in an accident, it got fixed, and my sister needed a car, so I gave it to her. She's currently driving it. And I have a newer model car. If you guys see it in my previous video, it's a 2019 Honda CR-V, and I'm paying full coverage for that. My sister splits the older car's car insurance with me. She pays 102 of it, while I pay the other 102 plus the full coverage for my newer car. So that means out of the $472.49, I'm only paying $370.49, while my sister pays 102. My student loans, the minimum for the month is what I will be paying. If you've noticed my previous paycheck breakdowns, I was paying the minimum. I wasn't paying the minimum. I was paying the minimum, but within my first paycheck, and my second paycheck was the extra. So what I'm going to do in actuality is just pay the minimum for the month instead of just paying the minimum with my first paycheck and then doing an overage. So 70 plus 55 is going to be $125. And then of course, my car, the actual minimum is $345.31, but I still want to pay overage so that way I can owe less on interest and more will go towards the principal. So instead of me, if you've noticed in my previous video, I used to pay $500, I'm going to be paying $450 every month. In rent, I contribute to $100 towards the household, and the light bill, because summer is approaching, and out of the previous statements, I shouldn't be paying for my portion no more than $50. So when we do $450 plus $100 plus $50, that equals $600 for housing and vehicle. So when I add $125 for student loans, and then $370.49 for car insurance, $63.36 for cell phone service and subscriptions, for storage $179.80, and then for my phone and all the insurances plus the $186.95. That means that my monthly grand total bill comes out to $1,525.60. So for my next two final paychecks, that means I need to put aside $762.80 for my last two paychecks. That's what I need to do. That sounds like so little, but it is a lot, but it's a good a lot. So that means for my monthly bills, I need to put $762.80 at minimum aside. So let me just make note of that here. $762.80 here. $762.80 here. So we see how much I need to save for my July bills. If I end up working extra hours at my current job for these last 2 weeks, I'll probably increase this and increase this as well. So after saving and realizing what my money is, what is needed to pay my July bills, let's move on to the next goal. I'm going to use my part-time job paycheck to stuff my cash envelopes. So I'm scheduled to work in about a few weeks in June, and I should be paid at least one time for my part-time job at the end of June. So most likely that June 21st, I'll probably get maybe $200 or $300, and I'll use that to stuff my cash envelopes. So for groceries, for gas, for my cats, what else? Maybe a little bit for self-care. My third goal is to pay the minimum for student loans for the month, like I showed you guys in my budget breakdown for the next few paychecks. Student loan AA, which has a higher interest of 6.6%, I'm going to be paying $70, and then student loan AB, I'm going to be paying $55. So essentially for the month of July, I'm just paying the interest. Nothing will go towards principal, unfortunately. I'm going to attend a couple of job fairs that they have down south. There's about, I think, 2 that I saw that should be coming up in the next 3 weeks. I'm going to make sure that I tailor my resume. And then if possible, I'm going to create some cover letters. If I go on the website and I see a couple of jobs/companies and I know their names and see what they're potentially hiring for, and I'll have specific cover letters for those, and then I'll have resumes for everybody else. One thing I'm also going to do is I'm going to continuously give you guys hopefully updates, because this will help my mental health. Recording and talking to you guys and seeing your comments and your likes and your shares helps. My apologies, my mom is in the background cooking. Is going to help me get through this. And then I plan on going on YouTube and doing 1 to 3 times a week workouts for at least 45 minutes, just to get out of this hopefully non-depression state of mind for my mental health. And then lastly, file for unemployment and see how long that takes. Hopefully I get a job before everything gets bad, if that makes sense. So hopefully I find a job and I start a job before July ends, so that way I'm not in any debt. I am going to also, what I didn't include here is I immediately started the no spending challenge. So let me write that down. No spending challenge, so that way I don't have any debt and I don't have it weighing over my head. And then another thing I started doing is start paying cash for everything, unless card is the only option. So that causes me to literally, if you guys notice, I have cash envelopes for meal prep, groceries, all that. Credit card, the only thing I'm paying on my credit card, like you guys saw in my monthly breakdown, are my bills. Everything else, no. There's no, I'm gonna put all extra quote unquote fun activities on pause. I do have a couple of concerts that I paid for already, that I think there's 2 or 3 of them coming up this summer. So what I'll do is, in my part-time job, I'll add just in case a buffer for those. But after that, I'm in, it's not survival mode, I'm in shelter. I think that's how you say English. Yes, I'm in preparation mode, as if I have nothing, and I won't have anything necessarily except that little safety net that I have in my bills account. Right now my bills account has the bill amount for June, which I'm happy for. So that means technically I'm a month ahead, would you say? Yeah, because my May bill's already paid, and we're still in, well, when I record this, we're still in May. But I have my June bill money already paid for, which I'm grateful for. And then I'm just worried about July bills. And if push comes to shove and I make extra income and I'm able to have my July bills covered in June, I'll just throw even more money so that way I can have the first half of August. But yeah, you guys, that's what I wanted to update you guys on. I have to start all over again. My mind is everywhere. It's worried, but it's not worried at the same time, because that's not how faith works. Give it to God. That's what I'm doing. I'm cautious of everything now. But as always, if you have any tips, tricks, and or suggestions on how to generate more income that is less taxing on the mental mind and physical body, you're more than welcome to comment it down below, and I will keep you guys posted. Peace.